Well, good morning. David Coon here with the CBS AM Debrief. This Tuesday, the 26th of June, coming up towards the end of the quarter. Overnight action in the US. We saw the Dow up first session in 4 on the back of the French proposals to help Greece with their problems there. So that was pretty positive. We saw the market up 0.91% or 108 points. The S&P 500 up just slightly more, 0.92, and the Nasdaq up 1.33 on some pretty positive news out of the tech sector there. The rest of the Americas were all up, pardon me, with Europe mostly up, apart from the DAX, which was down 0.19, and the AEX index down 0.07, and Switzerland down 0.12. The rest of those markets all posting some gains there. Yesterday's close in our region was not very good. A similar downward move to the Nikkei. We were down 1.03% or 46 points. And what we're seeing here is pretty much exact reversal of those numbers suggested on the futures here for the SPY 200. Keep in mind though that our energy sector may come under some pressure, and the gold sector is likely to as well. So that may see those numbers not come through quite as promisingly as is suggested here on the futures right now. Okay, we'll have a look at those commodity prices, and we can see West Texas just picking up slightly here to 91.13 as the market stands at the moment. Natural gas posting another gain here, so we're up 127. Our entry price for those clients that are holding the natural gas bond was around 4.20, so we've put on a few cents here since getting set on that. So hopefully that will continue. Moving down to the agriculture of the softs, it's worth keeping in mind that harvest time in the Northern Hemisphere, or primarily the United States, does tend to depress grain prices, and potentially this is a good time to be looking at, on these sorts of dips, at getting long some of these grains. This is a house view as well. I think those of you that watch Jono's session will know that he remains a firm bull in most of the grains there. So let's have a look at what's happening anyway. Big movers there to the upside are cocoa, 1.6%, and most of the rest of the moves are to the downside. Oats down 2.01, wheat down 2.64, corn down 0.83, wheat I think I mentioned 1.55, and sugar down just 0.35. Other notable movers there. Wool there up at $15.15 a kilo, and copper at 407.85. That was up 1.1 cents, and their gold below the 1500 mark at 14.99.70, and silver at 33.76. Have a look at our currencies. Euro buying 1.4302 US dollars, the pound buying 1.5988, the US dollar buying 80.8660 yen, the Aussie buying 10458, and the CAD buying, the US dollar buying 0.9858 CAD, and 0.8345 Swiss francs. We continue to like that US dollar yen trade. We'll have a look at that in a moment in the Falcon trader there. Let's move on now and have a look though at the economic calendar for this Tuesday, June 28th. So we've got some large retailers, sales figures for May out of Japan. We're expecting a negative number there, which will be the same as the previous number. Retail trade down 2.2 is the expectation, down 4.8 was the previous. So looking for a little bit of an improvement there on those numbers out of Japan, around 10 to 10 this morning. Then we've got Swiss consumption indicator numbers this afternoon, and then going into this evening we've got GDP numbers out of the UK. We're expecting a number of 1.8, same as last time, and the current account negative 4.7 billion rather than 10.50 the previous. Business investment staying steady at negative 3.2. So all in all, not particularly pretty looking numbers there, but in line with the expectations there. So we'll see what happens there around 6:30 p.m. our time. Going into tomorrow, we've got some consumer confidence numbers out of the States first up, and then some German Eurozone CPI numbers out early in the morning. Okay, let's have a look at the open trader here. Here's that yen trade that we talked about last week, where we felt that it should be pretty well supported around the 80 level. That has moved up in our favour. What we'd look now is a break of 81.25 up around here to then add to our position. That's the strategy we're suggesting you could consider here if you along that particular position. Now I want to follow up also on Medusa, which I suggested could be worth a look, and that we might have been seeing a little reversal pattern around this $7 level, and that if that broke through that level, we would want to have a stop loss there, and then we'd know we're wrong. Well, certainly I was wrong on that one, and furthermore, I didn't exercise my stop below $7, so I'm still long that trade, and it's costing me a bit. So a little bit of a case of not following my own rules or guidance there. So anyway, it may be turning the corner here. Famous last words. Not all that hopeful though, given what gold prices are doing and the sentiment that we might see occur there as a result of those gold prices coming off. Anyway, let's move on to something else here that I've just been having a look at the last couple of days, which is Caltex. They've had a profit downgrade due to the cost of the input of their primary supply, which of course is crude, and so they've come all the way from $16 odd down to $11 here, and to my mind it's been a bit overdone. If we scrunch this up a bit, we can actually get a bit of a feel for where we might have if these charts will cooperate with us. That might be the computer itself struggling here a bit. Okay, I won't bother with the trend line here, but if you visualise one, and we can perhaps even go back a little bit further. Okay, there we go. And we really does not sell. There we go. Now it wants to cooperate. No. Okay, so I think everyone gets the idea. Right on a key level of that inner long-term trend line there, and so if we can hold this level, obviously if we break below that, we want to be out of that trade. Otherwise, I think that looks all right. So I'll leave it at that. Just to finish off though, just want to have a quick look at what the Vectorvest is saying. Back towards a red line, red part of our speedometer here, and certainly advocating caution, and I haven't seen a buy ratio down this low for quite some time. There's only 34 stocks in the database of 1,600 that they're suggesting are worthy of buying. The rest are more than half are sells, and then 42% are holds. So start to see this market timing indicator, and perhaps start to draw some conclusions there. We're back down near the post-tsunami dip there in the markets in March, back over here, and I've got a similar level here on the price of value of the index. So overall we're back down at that that level in terms of the price of the 1,600 stocks that are covered by VectorVest. And so I'll let people draw their own conclusions as to where that's going, but I think that's providing a little bit of an interesting insight. And on that note, I'll finish it up, and as always, thank everyone for their attention, and until next time, bye for now.